What is going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 10 of the Clean Bulk series. And today I'm actually going to be taking you through a very unique leg workout. I know a lot of people don't like training legs and they neglect them altogether and skip them. But actually, training legs has some really great benefits to enhancing and building your physique. Today I'm going to cover my workout, which has some unique leg exercises, plus I'm going to go over some benefits of training legs. So let's just dive right in. So the first major benefit that I want to go over is the ability to build more muscle. When you do compound exercises like the squats and the deadlifts, whether or not you do deadlifts on back day or leg day, some people do them on either, but your body produces more testosterone when you do heavy squats because it's such a compound movement, meaning it hits more muscles at once, it hits multiple muscle groups. And the ability to load it heavy also benefits your body greatly when producing testosterone. So squats are probably the number one exercise for boosting natural testosterone. You definitely don't want to skip out on the heavy compound movements. And everybody knows that testosterone is the number one hormone for building muscle. So by skipping leg day, you're not getting those gains that you would see from skipping squats and skipping such a big muscle group that makes up half your body. When you do legs, the increase in testosterone doesn't just impact your legs, it actually has an impact on your entire body. So the body part that you trained the previous day would actually benefit from doing legs from the boost of testosterone. It doesn't just kind of like go right to your legs. It also goes to the muscles that are trying to recover and the muscles that are trying to get nutrients. So yeah, that's one benefit. The second major benefit of training legs is the amount of calories that it burns. It's very physically and mentally draining. That's probably the reason why a lot of people skip them. It does take a lot of energy to train legs. I think that because it burns so many calories, it's definitely beneficial whether or not you're clean bulking or you're cutting. That's probably the reason why a lot of people carb up or just increase their caloric intake on leg days, just so they have the energy that they're needed in order to get through the leg day. You definitely want to go in and hit legs heavy and really give it all that you've got. And you're going to notice a great deal of calories that are burned on leg day. So don't skip leg day. And the third and final benefit that I want to go over today that I'd like to address is to really get that X shape. It actually improves the quality of your physique and the look of your physique. By training legs, you don't want to be the person that shows up and has a big upper body and just small, skinny legs. Definitely don't neglect your leg training. And what I mean by that X shape is basically your upper body, your shoulders are wide, you have a wide back, wide lats, thin waist, and then when it gets down to your legs, you have nice, big, thick legs. So that really adds to the X shape and really makes you appear bigger and makes your waist appear smaller on stage. So definitely hitting legs hard is definitely going to be a benefit for you.
Alright guys, I'm going to do a voiceover for this one. I find it's a great way to provide a little bit of insight of what I'm doing. Here you can see I'm just doing a dynamic warm-up. This is very important for any workout. I find it gets the blood flowing, it gets you ready to go. I'm just kind of opening up the hips, getting the joints loose. I'm just kind of making sure that my hips are able to fire right. Here I'm doing some leg kickbacks to kind of get the glutes and hamstrings warmed up because I'm going to be starting with hamstrings today. It is a weak point of mine over my quads, so I definitely want to prioritize those in my workout. So I'm doing some fire hydrants, I think they're called. I'm just kind of making sure my hips are ready to go. And we're going to get straight into the workout. Alright, so the first exercise was kind of like an activation exercise. I like doing this just to kind of make sure that I'm feeling my hamstrings and developing that mind-muscle connection. It gets me ready for the workout. It's also part of my warm-up, really. I don't really consider these like heavy or working sets, really. But I do like to do them because I really feel like I'm able to get a good contraction and good squeeze. My hamstrings kind of get some blood going. And it kind of makes sure that I'm feeling the next exercises to come. This is a kind of a new one that I like to do. I just recently did it the last couple days for the last couple workouts, and I really enjoy it. Alright, so now I'm moving to the first exercise for the hamstrings. It's the straight leg deadlifts. Notice how I'm doing it here. This is just a warm-up set. I've only got about 45 on each side, so 90. You can see how I'm using the trap bar or the hex bar, whatever you want to call it. I really like this. I find it allows for easier range of motion. It allows your body to really get the full stretch. I prefer doing with this. You don't get the bar paths a little bit easier. So this is just the first warm-up set. I'm really trying to make sure that I'm feeling it in the right spot in the hamstrings. So now moving into my first working set, I actually did 4 sets of this exercise. I was really feeling great with this today. I was feeling strong, even though I only went up to 2 plates on either side. But yeah, no, I feel like the range of motion was great. I was really feeling the stretch. I have really tight hamstrings to begin with. So stretching them out, I don't really got that great range of motion, which I'm trying to improve on. But yeah, I really felt this one today, and it was a great exercise. I always like starting my hamstring workouts with a hinge movement. Yeah, so this is the straight leg deadlift. So the second exercise was the standing leg curl. I really like this one. This isn't anything too different. I just find that I'm able to really isolate each leg. I like it better than the lying leg curl. I find I'm able to feel it a little bit better, and I'm able to control it a little bit better. So yeah, this is another favorite of mine for the hamstrings. I do it unilateral just to kind of make sure that I balance out the hamstring development. So yeah, I'm really trying to work on my hamstrings. So I'm hoping that this exercise will improve them. So the next exercise again was unilateral, except for this time I did the high stance leg press. By doing it high stance, you put more emphasis on the glutes and hamstrings. I really like this one because of its loading potential, even though I did go light. But I find I'm able to get a really good deep stretch and deep squeeze, and I'm able to have that mind-muscle connection. As you can see here, I'm trying to make sure that I'm feeling it in my hamstrings. So yeah, this was really great today as well. So yeah, the second last exercise I did for the hamstrings was the hyperextensions, but this time I did it with a ham focused. I really made sure not to come up too far, did not get the lower back involved. But yeah, I was really feeling it in the hamstrings. You just get a good squeeze on the glutes and the hamstrings at the top. You really got to get that mind muscle connection with this one. And you got to make sure to go down all the way to get this stretch on the hamstrings. As you can see here, I'm making sure to kind of go down all the way and I'm not going up too far. Yeah, so this is kind of like a burnout exercise, although I did one more hamstring exercise just to make sure that they were done. So yeah, I'll show you that one next. Yeah, and here's the final exercise where the rope pull-throughs. I'm still kind of learning the form with this one. I'm still kind of trying to feel it out, but I actually did feel pretty good with this one today. You really want to get that rope to come all the way through your legs and really try to get that deep stretch. It's kind of similar to the motion of the straight leg deadlifts, is you want to keep your legs nice and straight and stiff to really get the contraction on the hamstrings, and you want to pull that rope through your legs while trying to keep it as close to your body as possible. So yeah, this is kind of like the burnout exercise. So this is the first exercise for the quads. This is the box squat, except for I used a bench instead of a box, but it's the same idea. With this one, what you really want to do, this is just a warm-up set. I just started off with a plate on each side, so 135, but you really want to explode on the way up. It's a really dynamic movement, and it feels a lot different than a squat, and you really want to sit back when you go down. Yeah, so I'm just kind of warming up here to kind of get into my working sets, but this was a different one for me. I just decided to do a different variation of the squats. You got to change it up and you got to have variety in your program. I feel like that's very important. So yeah, now I'm moving to my first working set of the bench squats. Here I got about 185 on the bar, still just kind of feeling it out. I was really able to explode off the bench, which I was really happy about. I didn't really sit back as much as I wanted. If I were to kind of do it again, I'd kind of sit back a little bit more on the bench. But yeah, no, it felt really good. I was able to perform them pretty quickly, and I even moved up on weight after this one. So yeah, this is my first working set at 185. So I moved up to 225 here. Once again, I probably could even went up more than this, but I actually kind of liked the way that this one felt. It was a good variation from the squats. I was able to really feel it in the quads and the hamstrings, actually, and the glutes when I squeezed at the top. But yeah, I kind of sat back a little bit more on this one for some of the reps, which I kind of liked. And I was kind of trying to really like drive up as quickly as I could. Like I mentioned before, you really want to explode. Yeah, so this is just a different variation. Kind of changes up your leg day a little bit. So the next exercise was the Bulgarian split squats on the Smith machine. I really like this variation in the Smith machine. I find I can get a little bit more controlled. And I kind of really focus on just hammering away at that one quad. It's a unilateral exercise, which I like. And while the other leg's resting, I find you get a good stretch on the back leg. You can see it kind of goes down a little bit deep. But this is an interesting variation, and I really like throwing it into my quad workouts. So I know that calf exercises can kind of be boring to watch, but I figured I'd throw this in just to kind of show you. I really like the leg press variation of the calf raise. I feel like you can really control it, and you get a really good contraction on the quad, a really deep squeeze. You want the ankle and the heel, sorry, not the ankle, but the heel to go as far down as possible, and you really want to go up on the toes as much as you can. You really want to squeeze and really contract the calves. Make sure you're feeling it and not in the knee. But yeah, I figured I'd just show you this variation because I really like this in my calf training, and I want them to grow, so I've been doing them kind of more frequently. And the final exercise that I did was kind of more of a whole body exercise, but I feel like it's kind of a very underrated exercise. And this is the farmer's walk. Yeah, as you can see here, I've got about 225, I do believe, depending on how heavy the hex bar is. But yeah, you basically just walk. I find it's a great endurance and it's great for cardio and good for your legs as well.
All right, guys, that does it for my leg workout. I hope you enjoyed that video. It was a lot different. I find that leg training can get kind of boring and monotonous. And I mean, you can get discouraged to not to do it. So I find like throwing in days like this with a lot of different variation, a lot of different volume, it kind of makes you a little bit more excited for leg day. Yeah, so I find that like I said, doing these exercises, they're a lot different. I give them a try. I like the Bulgarian split squats. I actually like the box squats. Some of them I was new to myself. So I'm definitely going to perfect the form with some of them. But yeah, I hope you liked the video. The next one's going to be on a week from today, which would be June 26th. That'll be episode 11, which will be released then. Like I said, I still have that announcement that I'm working on. I still have some things I need to finalize with that. But I'm really excited to share that once I'm able to get everything done and in place for that. Yeah, and if you like the video, please give the video a like. It kind of brings some more awareness to my channel. And I'd appreciate any feedback, any comments that you would like. I'm also thinking about maybe doing another Q&A. So if you have any questions that you'd want to ask or anything that you are curious about, definitely throw them in the comments and I'll include that in a Q&A or answer them directly in the comments if it's something simple. But yeah, like the video. Also subscribe to my channel. I have a lot more stuff coming. Like I said, I do a video once a week. Normally every Sunday is when I release the video. But like I said, I want to kind of bump the frequency of my videos up. So hopefully I'll be able to get into a week when I have a little bit more time. Right now I'm just kind of focused on my training. And the bulk is going good. Update on the bulk. Yeah, my weight's been fluctuating. I've been moving up very slowly though, which is what I want. I don't want to put on a lot of body fat at once. I kind of want to just put on maybe a pound a week, half a pound to a pound a week. I want to get the lean muscle gains. I'd rather have that than just kind of put on a bunch of weight and overeat. So I am eating a little bit above my maintenance just to kind of put on some muscle. But yeah, the training has been going really good. And I'm really enjoying kind of my workouts now. I have higher energy levels and yeah, everything's going good. So like I said, like the video, comment below any questions for an upcoming Q&A or just any feedback at all. Yeah, and also subscribe to my channel. Like I said, I'd really appreciate that. So look out for the next video, June 26th. All right, guys. Peace out.
Rexo.